I have some real tips for you to be the perfect holiday host. I feel strongly about it. They are tried and true, and you too will host the most successful holiday party ever. Well, hello and welcome. It's Heidi Dulabon, and today we are going to talk about how to host the perfect holiday party. Let's talk about why you're going to host this party. What's the purpose? What's your goal? Is it a thank you? Is it to have some colleagues over, neighbors, friends? Once you establish why you want to host this party, that will help you decide who you're going to invite. It automatically really gives you your invitation list. Regarding invitations, you want to just do something casual, send a quick text. Hey, what are you doing Saturday night? Let's get together for a little holiday party. Or do you want to make something a little more formal? Maybe you're going to really put a lot of effort into this. You want everybody to come dressed up. Well, then maybe you think about sending an e-invite. There are some really terrific options online, and maybe you want to send that out at least a week or two in advance. You're going to a lot of trouble for this party, so make sure your guests have plenty of lead time. Now, there's always a printed invitation. I reserve that for the most formal. Maybe this is an annual holiday event and you maybe send that out at least a month in advance because everybody's really busy at the holidays. So now we need to talk about the budget. Okay, I'm not just solely talking about money either. How much time can you allow for your party? How much time do you have to invest? How big is your venue? How many people can you really accommodate comfortably? And then, yes, how much expense can you incur for this party? All of this will really help you when you start planning the menu. Is your holiday party a typical cocktail party? Well, if that's the case, that's great. Or is this a sit-down dinner? Well, that's a different menu. So you know which kind of party you're going to host. Let's say it's a cocktail party. When you extended the invitation, it's your job as host, as party planner, to ask, do you have any dietary restrictions or limitations? It's the job of the guest to let the host know. But I have found not everyone is forthcoming. So my advice to you, whether it's a sit-down dinner or it's a cocktail party with heavy hors d'oeuvres, have various options that anyone can come into your home, to your party, and feel welcome, and they can eat something on your buffet. So for instance, I always serve some seafood, I have some meat, I always have vegetarian options, vegan options, and gluten-free options. Let's talk about some of my favorites that I serve at my holiday parties. Now, let's say I'm doing a cocktail party. I love serving shrimp cocktail. Buy some good ones. It's a splurge, it's the holidays. I also love, speaking of seafood, smoked salmon on toast points. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, it looks posh. I usually have a beef option. I really like to buy very good roast beef and put it on a little crostini with a little horseradish. Very good. And finally, make sure you have something on your menu that will work for anyone with some dietary restrictions, such as gluten-free, vegans, vegetarians. There's so many different options. You can do individual veggie cups, crudités, cheese and crackers that are gluten-free. The important thing is to make sure you have something for everyone on your guest list, regardless of their dietary restrictions or limitations. Okay, for the drinks, top tip, keep it simple. You don't want to go crazy and spend a fortune on all kinds of liquors. No, keep it simple. You know, I have hosted parties in the past where I only served champagne and a non-alcoholic option, and it was a tremendous hit and really easy to do. I only had to have champagne glasses, super simplified. So if you want to go beyond champagne, then think about offering a white wine and a red wine. And when you're thinking about your glassware, usually a white wine glass can be universal. Regarding liquor, you know, maybe you have some guests that really only drink bourbon or tequila or vodka, something like that. Well, then maybe you have a few options if your budget allows. Don't go crazy with the mixers. Maybe you just offer some club soda or some really nice ice cubes for on the rocks. Keep it simple. Okay, so my final two drink tips are Number one, maybe you think about having a signature cocktail. It's super trendy right now, and it makes it simple with the alcohol. Don't have a signature cocktail? Have fun experimenting with one. And number two, finally, always, always, always offer a non-alcoholic drink without judgment. Have something sparkling and maybe some orange juice. So you've planned, prepared, you're ready. It's the night of the party. So now, what's your job as a host of the most successful holiday party ever? Well, you are going to greet your guests yourself. Don't delegate that. You open the door and you greet each guest with a sincere, warm welcome. Want to kick it up a notch? Let's level up. Best party I ever went to, I was greeted by the host at the door with a tray of champagne. Love that. It's your job as host to keep the energy level high. This is a party after all. So make sure the conversation is pleasant, it's uplifting, and if you see any pitfalls, maybe there's a controversial conversation going on over there, your job as host, go over, say, you guys can talk about that later, but let's talk about something else. How about what were your holiday traditions growing up? Just change the scene there a little bit, turn the tables on that conversation. Your job to manage the whole ambiance of the evening. Okay, so you've planned, prepared, it's all perfect, but guess what? Something's gonna go wrong. It always does, you know it, I know it. It's not what went wrong, it's how you handle it. Fix it and forget it, roll with it. Okay, maybe one of your guests arrives and they've brought a guest with them, unexpected. What do? Welcome that other person as warmly as everyone else. Maybe it's a sit-down dinner holiday party. You discreetly go and set another place setting. Perhaps someone spills a glass of red wine on your new beautiful white couch. What do? Well, you don't have a breakdown, do that later. No, you just mop it just very discreetly, maybe put a white cloth over it and say, oh, it's no problem. I have a great cleaner, I'll call them tomorrow. Things are gonna happen, roll with it. My final tip for you as you host the world's best holiday party is something unexpected when the guests leave. Have a little bag of cookies. Maybe your kids made them. Maybe you made them or bought them. Or maybe you send them home with an ornament. Just this unexpected little remembrance of the lovely evening as they leave really will elevate your party, just as the greeting drink did when they arrived. Okay, so that's it. All the great tips to host a fabulous holiday party. So let's recap. Okay, you've got to plan and prepare. Why are you having this party? Get your invitation list. Decide what kind of invitation you're sending. Then you will find out at that point any dietary restrictions or limitations. You create your menu from that. From there, you want to make sure you greet your guests yourself warmly. Make it inviting, make people feel really, really welcome. Keep the conversation lively, keep the energy high, and at the end of the evening, let your guests leave with a little remembrance of the night, and you will be the best holiday party host ever. Those are my tips. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this valuable. Please drop me a comment, any questions you have. I'd love to answer them. I'd like to learn your top tips for hosting the perfect holiday party. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you. Happy holidays, and please be kind. Thank you.